Chase Elliott has once again become a central talking point in the NASCAR Cup Series after a dramatic incident at Michigan International Speedway that triggered widespread debate among fans and analysts. The Hendrick Motorsports driver was involved in a high-speed battle for position when a sudden loss of control set off a chain reaction that ultimately led to a violent collision with Christopher Bell. The crash brought out a red flag as officials were forced to repair significant damage to the safer barrier. According to race reports, Elliott and Bell were running side by side for second place during a restart when Elliott's car became unstable and drifted upward on the track. The contact sent Bell directly into the outside wall at high speed, with Elliott also suffering secondary impact damage moments later. While both drivers were able to exit their cars and walk away, the intensity of the crash immediately drew attention from the rest of the field and prompted safety crews to halt the race for repairs. What fueled much of the post-race discussion was Elliott's own reaction to the incident. The driver admitted responsibility for the mistake, stating that he stepped over the line while trying to push for position in a critical moment of the race. His candid apology toward Bell and acknowledgement of error quickly circulated across broadcast clips and social media, shaping much of the early narrative around the crash. Despite Elliott's immediate accountability, the incident sparked a wave of divided opinions. Some fans and commentators viewed the move as an aggressive but understandable racing mistake in a high-stakes environment, while others criticized it as an unnecessary risk that took out a fellow contender. The split reaction highlighted the ongoing tension in NASCAR between hard racing and driver safety expectations in the modern era. The backlash intensified further online, where Elliott's driving style and decision-making were scrutinized by both supporters and critics. While some praised his honesty in taking responsibility, others argued that similar incidents have repeatedly cost him and his rivals strong finishes, adding pressure to an already competitive 2026 season. The debate quickly expanded beyond the single crash, touching on broader concerns about racing etiquette and consistency under pressure. Interestingly, Christopher Bell himself reportedly downplayed hostility after the incident, with later accounts suggesting that Elliott was visibly shaken and made multiple attempts to check on him following the wreck. This detail softened some criticism, as it reinforced the perception that the crash was not intentional, but rather a consequence of aggressive racing at high speed. As the NASCAR Cup Series moves forward, the Elliott incident continues to be dissected as part of a larger conversation about the limits of competition in modern stock car racing. Denny Hamlin has once again found himself at the center of controversy in the NASCAR world, after remarks made on his Actions Detrimental podcast sparked a fiery response from fellow NASCAR star Kyle Busch. Hamlin openly discussed Busch's recent struggles and questioned whether the former champion could consistently return to victory lane under his current circumstances, comments that quickly drew attention across the racing community. The discussion intensified ahead of the NASCAR Cup Series event at Kansas Speedway. While Hamlin emphasized that he still considered Busch one of the greatest drivers of his generation, he argued that performance issues within Busch's current setup had significantly limited his ability to compete at the highest level. The comments were widely interpreted as a blunt assessment of Busch's future prospects. Busch did not take the criticism lightly. Speaking before the race weekend, the two-time Cup Series champion pushed back strongly against Hamlin's analysis. Busch suggested that if Hamlin believed the problems were driver-related, he would gladly swap cars and allow Hamlin to prove his point behind the wheel. The response immediately fueled debate among fans and analysts. The tension carried over onto the racetrack. During the closing stages of the Kansas race, Busch appeared unwilling to make life easy for Hamlin, despite running several laps down. Their on-track interaction became one of the most talked-about moments of the event, with observers questioning whether Busch's actions were influenced by the earlier remarks. As the rivalry unfolded, opinions across NASCAR remained divided. Some supported Hamlin's willingness to offer an honest evaluation of a competitor's situation, arguing that his comments reflected the realities of modern NASCAR competition. Others felt the remarks crossed a line by publicly questioning the future of a respected veteran and future Hall of Famer. The dispute also highlighted Hamlin's growing influence beyond the driver's seat. Through his podcast, the veteran racer has become one of the sport's most outspoken voices, regularly discussing controversial topics involving competition, team performance, and NASCAR itself. That visibility has increased both his audience and the scrutiny surrounding his opinions. For now, the exchange between Hamlin and Busch has added another chapter to one of NASCAR's most compelling storylines. Whether the disagreement fades or evolves into a longer rivalry remains to be seen, but the episode has once again demonstrated how powerful words can be in a sport where pride, reputation, and performance are constantly under the spotlight. Kyle Larson has once again found himself at the center of a major NASCAR debate after his recent remarks and actions surrounding the double, the grueling challenge of competing in both the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 on the same day. Following 2 difficult attempts that ended in frustration, Larson indicated that he no longer has a strong desire to pursue the feat, a stance that immediately sparked intense reactions across the motorsports community. The Hendrick Motorsports star admitted that the experience had taken a significant physical and mental toll. Larson described the pressure of satisfying sponsors, teams, fans, and documentary producers as overwhelming, revealing that he felt he had choked away the day when things failed to go according to plan. His candid assessment highlighted just how demanding the challenge remains, even for one of the most versatile drivers in modern racing. Larson's comments quickly drew attention because many within the sport had viewed him as the driver most capable of joining the exclusive club of racers who successfully complete all 1,100 miles of the double. His previous attempts were derailed by crashes, weather complications, and logistical obstacles, leading him to question whether the pursuit is realistically worth repeating. Among those responding was NASCAR Hall of Famer and motorsports legend Tony Stewart, the only driver to complete all 1,100 miles in a single day at a highly competitive level. Stewart's achievement continues to serve as the benchmark for anyone attempting the challenge, making Larson's decision a significant talking point throughout the racing world. Larson's struggles have reinforced Stewart's long-held reputation for accomplishing one of the toughest feats in American motorsports. The debate intensified because many fans and former drivers believe Larson possesses the talent necessary to eventually succeed. His strong performances in NASCAR, sprint cars, and IndyCar machinery have earned widespread respect, while veterans such as Tony Kanaan have publicly praised Larson's adaptability and racecraft. Supporters argue that abandoning the challenge would leave unfinished business for one of racing's most accomplished all-around competitors. Others, however, have sided with Larson's assessment. They point to the increasingly complex schedules, travel demands, and razor-thin margins for error involved in attempting both races. The difficulties experienced by Larson in consecutive years have become a powerful example of why so few drivers have even attempted the challenge. For now, Larson has stopped short of completely closing the door on a future Indianapolis 500 appearance, insisting that he can never say never. Nevertheless, his latest remarks have reignited discussions about the value, risk, and legacy of the double. Whether he returns for another attempt or not, Larson's comments have already generated one of the hottest debates in NASCAR. Veteran NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin has once again found himself at the center of controversy after receiving pointed criticism from several rivals amid a strong run of form during the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. Hamlin's recent victories and outspoken comments have intensified debates throughout the garage, creating fresh storylines in one of NASCAR's most competitive campaigns.